something that has never happened in India. It's something that we will be doing this do it by in outside India. This was a trip that I did myself, exploring the destination, knowing the country, what they are operating happening in the very wide region of Portugal. It's something to do with culinary, culture, wine, and luxury accommodation, culinary missions are lining. That's what we thought that we would be doing, and who better than Milind to do such a thing.
That's true.
You were just in Portugal.
Are you following on Instagram?
I
I was. I'm really excited to go back because it's going to be a different experience. And Portugal is really beautiful, especially at this time of the year. And I went to Portugal to actually walk across the country with my wife and my mother and my sisters. And we walked almost 400 or 450 kilometers. It was really something that I've never done before. I mean, I visited a lot of places in the world, but never really just walked around on foot for that long, going through towns and villages and farmlands and forests. So it was great. And when I got the call from Q and they said, we want to do something which is actually really opposite. It's a luxury trip. We were backpacking, you know, and to really see something that's curated and something that's really special and beautiful about the country, I thought that would give me a completely different perspective. So thank you, Rosa. All right.
So, what are you most excited about?
I'm most excited that it's a trip that other people are going to take care of everything for me and make sure that I have a good time. But because I'm obviously going to like the cycling part, just the weather is beautiful, the countryside is beautiful, and to think that everything else is going to be taken care of, the food, the stay, you know, making sure everything is okay, all of that. And also maybe to meet the people that are going to be on this trip. Because I don't really get a chance to meet people. It's just for work. I just meet people for work all the time. But this would be one of a kind of trip for me when I'm going out with a group and I don't know them and we just get to know each other and cycle. So all of these things I think would kind of stand out.
That's great. Thank you.
I did a trip last year also in, I went to Everest Base Camp with, it was an anti-smoking campaign. So it was similar. It was very interesting. I got to know these people they've never trekked before in their lives, and we were all going up to 18,000 feet, which is a bit of a challenge. So it was fun to.
Very hard to breathe on that.
Yeah, it is. It gets progressively harder to breathe as you go higher. Yeah, but it was fun to really kind of feel their experience. So because I'm maybe a little bit fitter than most people. So for me.
For sure.
So, but to experience that through their eyes was fun.
And what's your takeaway from trips like these? I mean, once when you're going with your family, you know, you have selected people who you know.
Yes.
And now you're going on a trip with people who you don't know.
Yes.
So what's your takeaway from both of them?
I think it's just, like I said, it's nice to get to know people outside of the workspace. You know, mostly, I don't socialize a lot. I used to, till about 25 years ago. But since then, I'm just, so I have a lot of my own businesses, which I spend a lot of time with. And when I travel, it's mostly for an event. Like this event that we are organizing or I'm participating. I never socialize, really. So this is a great opportunity to just meet someone. And I haven't created that opportunity. It's just like it's come to me, which is interesting. So it's nice to meet new people once in a while. I will share, of course, my liking for something like this. Similar sensibilities.
And this destination, what do you think in terms of eating? Like, if this is there, what are you looking for?
Well, if you know a lot about the traditional Portuguese cuisine, do you know? It's terrible. having walked through the countryside, I know. So of course they love it. Portuguese love it. It's their food. But and there are certain things like they have a really delicious soup called caldo verde, which is vegetable soup, which is mostly what I ate while I was there. But everywhere in Europe, where you see the traditional food, most of it is boiled. It's just boiled.
Bland.
The meat is boiled, the rice is boiled. the potatoes are boiled, that's all. So it takes a bit of getting used to. But the places that I think we're going to visit will offer a more fusion cuisine. And so when you take certain elements, it's like how the French cuisine has developed. It is still French, but it's not the traditional French. So they're taking certain elements from France, certain elements from Asia, mix it all beautifully, and giving you something really delicious. So that is also something that I'm yeah, because in this kind of a trip, that's what I would expect.
Describe the trip for us.
So it's basically to do a lot of exploration in the UNCUT region. UNCUT is known for its wine and vineyards, basically. And while biking, you are going from village to village. It's so much of culture that you are going to learn from this trip. We have an own chef that will be there, so we will be lunching at a picnic spot or a local which will be scenic, and it will be a table late. And we have a chef on board who will be doing all the Portuguese cuisine, or for that matter, whatever you like in your things. Going through the cultures and villages, it itself is such a thing. And in the end, you will be dining or you will be staying at a property which will be a vineyard property every night. You will be staying changing a property each night. That will be one of the luxury properties that will be there. That's an experience in itself.
So exciting.
And then we ended with this thing with a property that is owned by Ronaldo. It's called as CR7.
Really? Whoa! See, all the surprises.
That's in Lisbon, and then there is a time out market in Lisbon. That's one of its first to happen in the European region, and that's where people experience cuisine. In Portugal, because I think this destination was a little bit less explored. For our audience here, biking is very beautiful there, and the culture also. I think Portugal, that's the reason we chose Portugal to be our biking destination.
And are you concentrating only on cycling? I mean, that's the main thing, but are there other activities as well?
So here the main activity that we are, it's a biking event, it's an adventure. With that it comes is cuisine, wine tasting, luxury stays, and two is wellness. The main theme of this particular trip is wellness. And I think who better than Milind to lead it for us.
What's the criteria of people who will be joining with us on the trip?
So, like Milind said,
People like me who don't know to cycle.
You don't know how to cycle at all?
Please don't hate me.
No, I mean, I know some people who are very, very few people who don't know how to cycle. Never cycle, never drive a cycle, even when you were a kid.
That's tricycling. What's that? I was
Tricycle.
a very fat kid. I was allowed by my parents.
what I would say is a lot of people now will learn to cycle to be on this trip.
Really?
What do you think?
Yes.
So what's the profile?
With pleasure.
So we will be, so this basically is between 25 to 45 years of age group who have shown interest in joining this trip. It's basically for couples also who would be like wanting to do some activity, and these are the interests that we are looking for.
And are the entries on right now?
Yes, they are.
So for people to learn cycling and
Quickly, it takes 3 days.
it's in November, right?
This starts in 30th of October. So it's just pre-Diwali. So before the Diwali vacations it's there. And so it's on 29th of
So you
October.
could be very important for H nights and young H nights.
It's perfect. It's something that they have been looking for, traveling as well as doing active and culinary with a new destination is something that
How
I'm
important do you
excited.
think it is to create a niche experience for H nights now? So going to Portugal is something they can also do.
Correct.
But then getting Milind to come with you, so how important do you think it is to create something so niche?
The question itself is like doing it for HNIs. HNIs are people who are so well traveled. So Milind just said that he's been to Portugal himself. I will need to go back there.
Exactly.
So it is
Why is
something
this important?
that biking, culinary, culture, these things that they are not used, they are used to city life. What they are looking at is an experience. And active tourism and with Milind, we think that it itself creates an experience.
And how long is it for?
It's for 7 days. It's a 7-day trip.
And how many kilometers are you the cycle?
They will cycle about 45 to 55 between that range of cycling.
It's not a lot. It's very relaxed.
And at the same time, if someone wants to, so we have vans that accompany us, so there are carriers also. If someone feels that no, I want to relax, there will be people who will be biking on breaks also and then going and joining the trips. That it's nothing that people will have to bike by. I've done it myself. This trip was done by me a year ago. We were biking 60 kilometers a day, and the weather was so good was nothing. We didn't feel it by the end of it.
Yeah. And like he says, it's right. Normally when you travel, even if you're in HNI or in Iran or whatever, you usually go to a city and you look around and see what the city has to offer. Maybe you take a cycle and you take a day tour, but you don't really take a curated cycling trip. I mean, there are probably that many existing, probably, and which is again curated in a luxury way where you go to vineyards and you get, so everything is taken care of. When you do it, you get a piece of this, you get a piece of that, you put it together yourself. So this would be a very special experience. Yes, fashion bloggers? Ask me something.
I just wanted
My chappals? I wear these chappals, they're my favorite chappals. It's a company in, I think it's in Calicut, called Metis. M-E-T-H-Y-Z. But they make really beautiful colors, different, and you can mix and match the colors. So the straps can be different, the sole can be different. They give you the option. So they have a lot of stores across the south. They're not in the north yet. But I've been wearing these kind of chappals for almost 25 years. Because I don't wear shoes. I don't wear shoes.
When did you start running there?
About 7-8 years ago.
And what made you here?
So it was to explore the natural way to run. So when you do something, any activity, after some time, you really want to see how it could be better, how the experience could be better, what is the best way to do it, get more efficient. And of course, you know that running is a natural activity. We never used to wear shoes as we evolved as human beings to run. So this is before, now there's a big debate. So this is a little bit before the debate hit India that, is barefoot running better or shoes are better or what is better? And I just one day thought, I finished a 20-kilometer run, took off my shoes and I ran the last 1 kilometer in my socks. And suddenly I felt that my feet felt very refreshed, very energized. And I realized that inside the shoe my foot had got, muscles were tired, my foot was cramped inside the shoe. And I've been wearing shoes, running shoes for almost 7-8 years before that. I started running in 2004. So running, when I'm saying running, it's long distance running. So it was an interesting feeling, and I decided to explore it further. And then I just started feeling so good about being barefoot that I never went back to shoes. So I discovered that the way I was running was changing every time I ran barefoot. So my posture, my balance, my footfall, the way my body was, the way my shoulders would be, my hips, because your hips tilt. All of that was being affected by the feel of the ground. And it's important because when you see that your hands and your feet are the two parts of your body that are always in contact with the environment. So they are actually telling your body how to respond. It's not that you think, like, what should I do here, what should I do there. Your body is telling you itself, which we don't normally listen to. We've lost that connection. So when you are barefoot, it tells you how to stand, how to walk, how to run, how to bend, how to reach and pick up something. So because those signals are constantly, trillions of signals per second, it's faster than you can think. And your body is completely then in sync with what it needs to do because of that feeling. So that's something that I have discovered, that feeling, and it's very nice.
But if you're training, you run with socks on.
No, without
Without
barefoot. Skin touch with the ground. I mean, everybody thinks like it's dirty and all.
No, I'm just wondering, where would you run?
Everywhere.
Everywhere. Really?
I run on the highway. I run from Bombay to Ahmedabad to Bombay barefoot on the highway.
I saw you running in the other one.
Yeah, barefoot. I love it. I run even in other countries, wherever I go, I run barefoot.
So you walk in without saying what you do there?
I was wearing this.
So that's the most essential thing in your wardrobe.
Not really. Shorts. Because that's, you have to wear something.
If not this destination, which other destination?
Antarctica. I mean, after that, they take me to Antarctica.
As we are the queue, so we always tend to do something very different. So last year we had our first journey to Antarctica, where we brought 100 people from here, where we had agriculture to take care of meals and everything. This year again we are taking 100 people to Antarctica. We are bringing in the new year in Antarctica. That's one thing that we are doing this year. We're doing something to do with polar bear. We're doing polar bear migration in the Arctic tundra. It's happening as a polar bear migration, we call it. We recently are doing something in Portugal with Milind. These are the things that we are already doing.
This is in November, the Antarctica thing is probably in
December is the new year.
Because it's summertime. Yeah, it's not really good. Yeah.
Do you have any favorite destinations in Europe?
There are a lot of places that I like, but I don't like to go back. I always like to see new places because there is so much to see.
Any particular would stand out?
If it's a city, then Paris or Prague. Both cities are really, really beautiful. But so I've been to Paris many times. In fact, I've lived there for some time. Prague I've been only once. So if I'm visiting, if I want to take a trip, then it's always a new place. It has to be a place that I have visited. Or maybe in a way that I haven't visited.
Have you explored South America?
But it's huge. So I've been to a few countries. I've been to Brazil, I've been to Venezuela, I've been to Costa Rica. Costa Rica is of course in the Central America. There's a few countries, not a lot. I'd love to go there, it's very far. It's really, really far. Anything else? Come on, fashion blogger. Ask me a question. Nothing else?
Do you miss being on the runway?
No, not really.
How long is it?
So in the last 22, 23 years, I may have done 3 or 4 shows. And the last one may have been 4 or 5 years. 4, I can't remember, 4 or 5, something. Who paid me a lot of money. Oh, they do? Who wants to make you one? You? That's why you're asking the question. You also. Okay, so whoever. Then I need something also. So who are we talking to, her or her? Because only 2 of them raised their hand.
No, I am immediately waiting
Oh, there.
to you, yes. So,
But that's video, right? And you want to do it outside?
Indoors actually, we won't move out.
Yeah, so we finished the talking.
okay, sure.
Where do you want to go?